Very good evening to everyone. Welcome to the day 25 class. Welcome to all people. Good evening to all. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to day 25 class. Raghavendra, good evening. Abdul, good evening. Bharatraj sir, good evening. Christopher, good evening. Jitendra, good evening. Rahul, good evening. Shiva, good evening. Pavan, good evening. Surekha, good evening. Tony Claude, good evening. Abdul Kalam sir, good evening. Shelva Kumar, good evening. Murugan, good evening. Kanalvel, good evening. Muktadar sir, good evening. Pavan, good evening. Yeah, having any doubts, you can keep the message in chat box. No problem. I'll ask. Okay. So we'll discuss about all questions at the end of the class. No problem. Just keep the message in chat box. Definitely will work for it. Okay. Having any doubts, just keep the message in chat box. Okay. No need to worry about it. Definitely will follow up that particular things. What you're asking the questions. Ramesh, good evening. Jayashree, good evening. Yeah, I can answer your question. Please keep the message in chat box. Sri Krishnan, good evening. Bridget, good evening. Monica, good evening. Pranay Kumar, good evening. So please keep the messages in chat box. Definitely we'll discuss about it. No problem. And but only the one thing so we're having here about the power issues, right? That's why we have to complete early, and at the end of the time definitely we'll discuss about the questions. In between you can keep the message, we will proceed with that, no problem. Thank you. So let us start the session and hope everything is audible and listen. Okay, so let us start about the basic information and all. Today what we are discussing everything. Then we will go through with the next part setup. So welcome to the day 25 of Prompt Engineering Masterclass. That is about today we are taking role play based dialogue rewriter scene, and that should be using of the prompt engineering. So here means we have to take the dialogue writer based on the instructions based on the role based. So for example, you are giving some particular role, something means because of that we have to create the dialogue writer process that we have to follow here. So that purpose I just want to discuss, and hopefully we just entered into the week 4, the final week. So congratulations to all people. We have completed 3 weeks fully, means 24 days. So we entered into the API keys lang chain, and the main capstone of this concept of the masterclass, everything we'll discuss here. The main big concept we can discuss here. So here today we are just seeing the role play dialogue rewriter using how you are taking the transformers, along with that if you are having the coding part, and how you can connect with the API keys, both we can see, because in this particular area we have to go through with the 2 parts. Previously we have done only with the Gradio and with the user interface like that. Along with that we have to see how the API is also working properly. So that's we have to do here, and how the API key is also creating, everything we have to see here properly. So that purpose we have to follow some particular requirements, so that we can discuss individually one by one. So again, welcome to the day 25 concept, that is about role play based dialogue rewriter. So what is the main motto of this concept? What is the meaning of this role play dialogue rewriter? What is the use of this concept means? So for example, you can see when the person is when the robotic is, otherwise when the system is having the all information, but from that all information I am giving some particular role to that, and you are having the option about, right, role based type of prompt also there. Then what we have to do there means exactly, so we have to allocate some particular role to the system or to the what you're having in a background for that conversation purpose with the LLM model, then what it can do whenever you're entering some particular information in that particular prompt, it should act like a same process. So that is only the role play based, but here we have given dialogue rewriter and for the scene. So that purpose we have to follow. If you want to follow like that, then what we have to do exactly, so that you can check here everything. I'll show you the some particular concept things, then you can understand how it's going on exactly. Okay, so now here I'm just opening that. Here you can see, if you are going to the GPT or Gemini, we can try with the Gemini, because mostly examples we have taken from the ChatGPT. I'm taking the prompt from the Gemini. So in this particular prompt I have to enter what I want to enter. I just want to go with some particular requirements. Okay, so that purpose here I am entering, hi, you think like you are my dialogue writer. Okay, then write a scene for hero role. Example I'm giving like that, and movie. So I have given like that. So what it can do means, so based on that particular thing, it should go through with the particular information, then it should give the information. The same dialogue I will ask in ChatGPT also, but with the different question I ask. Okay, so scene for AI theory I have given like this. Okay, spelling was wrong. Okay, so what it's saying, so you want to be a writer, scene style of dialogue, so mini classroom playroom scape like that. Here is a sample of the dialogue about the artificial intelligence. Here you can see, so some particular conversation it's trying to give. So based on the requirement, it can try to give the requirement. That is only you are saying it as a dialogue rewriter. So it can rewrite the information whatever you need. Okay, so that is the final main thing. And coming to the introduction part, so artificial intelligence tool to rewrite the dialogues based on the scene setups and role play styles. Means what we can do with this dialogue rewriter means, it can rewrite the dialogues based on the scene setups. For example, this is my particular scene means based on the past theory, so we have to rewrite that particular line of the content. So that purpose we have to follow exactly this particular requirement. So that is my main motto of this concept. So coming to the next one will be why we should use this dialogue rewriter. So why we have to use this one means, writers need some particular help of adapting of the dialogues across the varied scenes and tones. Means what? For example, you can see if you are taking any type of the person, and definitely they need some particular information. What they need exactly? The simple thing. Whatever they are trying to write up the scene. Okay, they're trying to write up the scene. They need some instructions. Otherwise, they need some particular suggestions. So that purpose it can useful definitely to follow this particular setups and all. So that is the main motto of this concept when you are going through the dialogue rewriting. Okay, you are taking the dialogue rewriting, but why you are taking this dialogue rewriting and where you are getting this type of the problems? So manual rewriting for the new context in a time consuming and inconsistent is nothing but what? So in the real world, wherever you're taking, and there we are getting some particular problems. What is that? Definitely it's taking the time consuming. Okay, so the time consuming it's taking definitely. Compare with the normal one, it's taking too much of the time. Okay, and here you can see if you want to write anything, definitely it will take too much of time, but based on the suggestions you are giving, means based on your concept, then definitely it can rewrite your concept automatically. So like you are having the type of the problems time consuming, and the consistent will be not good, and even though sometimes the mistakes will be there with the spelling mistakes and all, means so that type of the problems we are facing in our real situations. So the main thing is about the time consuming. To reduce those type of the problems, then we are going through with the main concept of our requirement, then we'll get a better habit. So that is only the main objective of the thing. What is the main objective? What are you getting in the phases of the problems? The problems you're taking like a big use case, and that use case you are solving with some particular our main mode of the concept. What is that means? It can generate the scene matched read dialogues automatically using the prompts, where you're entering the particular content what you're having exactly, that content you are just giving to the system, then definitely it's working as like, okay. So that purpose we have to follow this objective of the process. That is the main mode of the concept. That purpose we have to use here. Okay, so that is the main mode of the concept here, the objective concept of this one. So now what we have to do means we have to follow some particular architecture for it. Okay, you are having some particular requirement, the problem you have to reduce. If you want to reduce the problem, what you want to do, definitely you have to follow some particular architecture. Without architecture, without the flow of the chart, means the planning is not possible to complete the remaining process. That purpose we have to follow some particular these steps. So that is only the main mode of our concept. That purpose we are trying to give here, our main requirement for the for this purpose. So that purpose what you want to do means definitely we have to follow about this particular requirement, this particular as a system of architecture. So that's why we have to follow. Okay, so that's why we have to follow this particular requirement. So now I'm just following these particular requirements as per my architecture. So that is I'm giving here user input. What you're having the particular prompt, there you have to enter some particular information. If you're entering like that, then definitely it's possible to get the answer. So that purpose what I did, I opened the Gemini, or I opened the what is the prompt, what I'm having the ChatGPT prompt, I opened there, then I typed there something, right? So it should act like a human being, or if I'm giving some particular role, it should act like a third, and my dialogue it should rewrite it. That is my main mode of the concept. That purpose what are you having the prompt, in that particular prompt the user input should enter, means the content something whatever you need, you have to enter that particular information. Then later what I want to do means I should give that particular information to next step. But before going to the next step, definitely in a second step NLP should be there, natural language processing should be there. It can do the enhancement of your input. That is the main step. If you want to give the input to the selective prompt along with the LLM model, definitely before that you should have the natural language processing, you have to give that one. If you given properly, then you should go to the next step. What will be the next step? Role play dialogue rewriter. Then it can do the dialogue rewriter, and finally in a prompt of the shell what you are having, there you can see the rewritten dialogue requirement. So this will be possible in a background process and the front end process also. So here you can see in real world we can see only this front part and only this front part, means input part and output part. We can't see this one, that will be available in a background. Now you can see I'm just going through the conclusion part now. So what is the main conclusion of this particular concept means? So here in this concept we have to say I just want to proceed with my requirement, what I'm having exactly with my coding part, so that I have to follow. So what I should follow and why I should follow this particular requirement means I'm having some particular requirement. What is that? So I want to use some particular prompts, I want to use some particular type of the LLM models, I just want to go through with the role based, I just want to rewrite my dialogue requirement. That is my main motto. That will be possible with the prompt engineering. I am saying what is the future scope of it? The simple thing, it's not only taking the small concepts, it should take all type of the concept rewrite, what is a rewrite of the dialects, and as per the rewrite of the dialects, if I'm giving the suggestions also, it should give big content sentence. It should be effective as like a human being, like that in a future we can do. So that is the main mode of the our concept. Let us start about the task what we have to do. So that is only we are saying it as an application. What application we are discussing today? Entire process as per the requirement, dialogue rewriter by using of the prompt engineering. That is only the main concept. The purpose we have to follow some particular requirements. So what we have to follow some particular requirement means the main thing, the simple thing we have to follow. So what is that? So we should open the Google Colab, go to the Chrome, then type Google Colab. Google Colab you have to type, then you have to open the Google Colab, then later you have to open your particular file. So here you have to write up the code. How you want to write up the code? That will be available in a notepad. So why I should tell about the notepad? We already discussed about the chart of the concept of steps already we have discussed. Then why we have to discuss again here means, so the discussion of the concept architecture is okay, as per the coding part how we are going, that is also very important, right? That purpose we have to go here with our concept dialogue rewriting step. So I just want to go through with the dialogue rewriting step. That will be based on the role play, okay, not like a normal process. We should follow like a role play based. That's why we have to follow some particular requirements. So that's why here I'm giving role play based dialogue rewriter using the prompt engineering. Okay, that's fine. What you are doing here? So we have to install the libraries, the required libraries, whatever you need, and we should import the libraries. Later we have to take the selective of the LLM model along with the type of the prompt. Today we are taking the role based prompt along with the LLM model, and then you have to retrain the model what you're having exactly. Next you have to enter your input of the information in your prompt. Then later you should connect with the NLP enhancement. Then that enhancement requirement you should check with the model. Then you will get the output. So what you will get the output? Dialogue rewriting you will get. Dialogue rewrite output you will get. After completion, today we are just going through with the next one. Install required libraries for API key creation. Then later load or create a coding part for API key based. Means what? Whatever you are telling all thing information, you can convert into some particular coding part with the API key, application programming interface. It can connect what you are having the content. It can work for the content with the simple API key link. If you are using that one, then it will be useful. So I think compare with the all days, like you can see today we are having some extra 2 steps. I think 2 steps will be there. What are the 2 steps means? We have to create the information with the API key and we have to follow that particular steps. So these are my main concepts that we can discuss as per the coding part. Now we are just going through the Google Colab. Then later we have to use this particular information. First you have to install the libraries. I'm just keeping the step. The first one you have to install the libraries. Okay, so after installing the libraries, which type of the installing libraries are going on here? So the regular days what we are doing in the same manner we are using, but here you can see that is only we have given. First you have to do the installation of the libraries. Exclamatory symbol you are giving because of the purpose of whenever you are using the Colab or notebooks, then definitely notebooks is nothing but the Jupyter notebooks or Kaggle notebooks like that. So not like notepads. Okay, so we have to take the notebooks like cell by cell case in execution part purpose. Then at the time you have to use the exclamatory symbol. So have taken the Gradio for the user interface and transformer to for the loading of the LLM models, quite for the next remaining requirement. Now I want to import some particular libraries. What I want to import the libraries? From the transformers, I'm having so many like GPT models or any other type of the models. T5 models will be there, Whisper models will be there, and BERT models will be there, BART models will be there. From there, today I am taking auto model for sequence to sequence LM and auto tokenizer. Why you can take directly model now? Why you are taking the tokenizer part? Because the tokenization part is also very important when you are taking some particular requirement. Next, import gradio of GR is nothing but whatever you're having the information, that information you have to show in a user interface, means the prompt design. I'm not saying about the user interface is the prompt. So prompt is nothing but wherever you're having the information to enter, that is the prompt. This is the prompt, but these user interface purpose, definitely we need some particular library, that is you are taking radio with a shortcut name as a GR. So installing completed, importing completed. Later the third step we have to follow with the loading of the model. Here I am taking model name is equal to Google Flan T5 large. I think previously also we have taken this model only, some particular requirements. Hope you understand this one, hope you remember that one. I am opening now Hugging Face. Why I want to open always this Hugging Face website? Because here only you can see most of the LLM models, not only for the large language models, any type of the models, whatever you are searching, you can see. Yesterday also we have, before yesterday I think so, we have taken the same model. So why you are taking the same model means the related models we have to take, but not regularly we are not taking the same model. So sometimes we are making changes based on our requirement. So here we have taken this one, and later we can try this one, and after this also we can try. So I'm just keeping in a comment line these particular requirements, because later I have to check the purpose. Here I'm keeping the comment line. This model I have to check once, and the next one I just want to check with the next model. This also I want to check. These models later I will check. So now I'm just loading my Google Flan T5 large model. This is one type of the text to text generation purpose. We want to use this T5 model, and that will be stored in a model name. What I want to do for that model, whatever you're loading, for that you have to apply the tokenizer. Then later you have to go through with the auto model process. That's why to the model name I'm applying auto tokenizer part to recognize the tokens, everything. And later this model want to load properly, that's why I'm giving here auto model for sequence to sequence and to the variable of model. So this will be completed, that's fine. Now I want to take some particular defining function to rewrite the dialog. That purpose here I'm just giving to rewrite the dialog. I just want to take the particular requirement, whatever I need. I just want to take this particular requirement. What I'm taking exactly here, you can see. I'm taking the defining function. I'm saying daily. So why you are taking the defining function means whenever you're calling the defining function, then it will work. You're just creating means it won't work. Why I want to create the defining function means normally you're writing the code means it's critical to gather the code every time. You have to write the code so many of lines. Not like that. If you're taking directly the defining function, then it will be easy for you to call that particular function. How many times you need, wherever you need, you can call the defining function. So here I am just creating my defining function name as rewrite dialog. So what you can get because of this particular defining function, what we are discussing till now about the rewriting of the dialog, that formation will be there in this particular defining function. The original dialog and scene description. Means original dialog what you are having, that you have to give, along with that which type of description content, the rewrite information, whatever you need you can take. That is the main requirement of this particular area. So now I can take the remaining requirement whatever I need. See here I am taking the prompt. In the particular prompt what I am trying to take. So the first one will be rewrite the following of the roleplay dialog, and later I am just taking the remaining requirement what I need. The first one, rewrite the following of the role play. First scene, dialogue, then next rewrite of the dialogue. All things we have to take here, the particular requirement purpose. So that is the main requirement what we have to follow. So now I just follow these particular steps what I need. So I want to follow here. So if you want to get these particular requirements, means this is the input, this is also input. Finally you have to get the output rewritten of the dialog. That purpose you want to take the input and you should get the output. So for the input what I am doing, whatever you are entering in a prompt with the scene and different type of dialog, then it should apply to the tokenizer for the enhancement purpose. Then later you should apply that tokenizing part of your input with your model. Then it can try to generate up to max tokens will be 125 and temperature will be 0.7. If any person will say what will be the usage of 0.7 temperature, can anyone please try to say the answer about it? So I need answer about 0.7, whether it is low, whether it is medium, or whether it is high temperature. If any person want to say, just please keep the message in chat box. Then we can continue the next coding part what we are discussing now. We are taking here temperature of the LLM parameter will be 0.7. What is the meaning of the 0.7? Whether it will be starting stage or medium stage or final stage, means which one? Please keep the message. If any person remember about the temperature values, please try to keep it. Okay. So one person said low, one person said medium, one person said high. That's okay, fine. Many of other people, medium. Okay, 2 people said medium. Any of other one? Okay, 3 people said medium. Okay. Low 2 people and medium 2 people and medium 5 people said. So it's not about based on the count of the chat box. So I want to say here this will be about the medium, because as per the discussion I said already, so up to 0.5 is nothing but low case. 0. After to 1.0 something like that, that will be about for the medium stage. Then later up to 2 something, that will be the high stage. So no worry, it's not like don't worry if you are keeping the wrong answer also, no problem, because you are trying to understand, you are trying to keep the answer, that is very nice, no need to worry about it. Okay, so here 0 to 0.5, 0.0 to 0.5 is nothing but it's like only for coding part setup something it will work. 0.6 to 1.0, it's like a little bit more creative. If you are taking 1.0 to 2, that will be more creative. So 0.7 you are giving means this is about little bit creative, means it's a medium level. So that is the main answer. Thanks for your answers to all people who are giving the answers here. That's very nice to listen. So here you can see. Now we can recontinue our coding part setup. You can see. So tokenizer, decode, output, skip special tokens, means unwanted tokens. If anything you are having like any requirement tokens, if you need, then you can take based on the particular requirement. So this is whatever you're giving your input scene along with the dialog, then you can write up the sentence up to 128 tokens along with the temperature of the 0.7 is nothing but the creative part. Before if you want to get the any coding part, temperature should be up to 0.5. 0.7 or 8, 9, 10 you are giving means it's a medium level. After 1.0 to 2, that will be high level. So that is the thing. So like that here we have created the rewriter dialog defining function. So now the installation completed, importing completed, loading model completed, and for getting the output our defining function is completed. Now I want to go through with the background purpose. So here cascade styling I am taking, and here I am starting the user interface with the Gradio, and what I need exactly for the text box I am giving here everything. Okay, so here I am giving text box, original dialog, and enter texting of your content. Then later you can see I am taking the text box again, that is about the scene. Means what? How many text you have to enter? 2 type of the text. What is that? Original your dialog, and later which type of the scene you want to rewrite, that you have to enter. Then later you want to enter the button. Means original sentence, the dialog sentence, both you have to enter. If you completed this one, then you can proceed for the output button. Then you're clicking on that button, then in the background from the LLM it can take and it can check and it can try to give the output to you. So where you can get the output? In an output box. Here you can see the output box. There you can get the rewritten of the dialogue with the lines of 6 and placeholder. You are writing the dialogue here, like that it can show. So if you want to get all those things, so the defining function, your input, and you should get the output. This is the option. So here you have to understand like that, and if you want to complete everything, then you have to click on the demo launch. So that is the main requirement, whatever you need. So again I'll show you the all part. You have to install, importing, loading model and defining function, and you have to create the 3 boxes: input purpose, original purpose, next scene purpose, and final one output purpose, and you have to take one button. So 4 requirements we need that we have created because of the particular requirement. How you connected means you can see output purpose, you're connecting from there to here like that. Okay, so now if I want to execute the code, if I'm trying to execute the code, definitely it can take little bit of time. Why it should take the little bit of time? Because whenever you're trying to execute, it should start the installation of the libraries. Then later it can show which type of models you're having for the background of the T5 model. It can load the all .json models, .txt models, what you're having regarding for the LLM model, all models it can load. After completion only it can give some particular link to open the user interface for the purpose of our real dialogue concept. That is the main motto of this concept. Just see, and we can go to the requirement. Just wait for the output results, then you can understand what is what exactly. Okay, here you can see the installation completed, then loading of the LLM models also completing. After completion only you can see that link. If you are clicking on the link, then it will open the user interface. So it's trying to load all models. After completion you can see. It's taking too much, of 3.13 GB will be there. We should wait for some time. After completion you can see. Did any person observe how much time it's taking, how much size is taking to load, and which type of models it's taking? All are related for our purpose of the requirement only. What you are loading your model, exactly that you can take. Okay, so installation completed and importing, retraining of our LLM model completed. You can see here you are having some particular link. You should click on the particular link. This will be applicable for 1 week. Okay, now you can see here you have to enter your input dialog. So here I am giving, what are you doing here so late? Okay, so I am giving like that. This is the dialog, and for that I want to give some context, some description, something like that. That will be dark, rainy at midnight. Okay, so I have given some particular requirement. This is my actually dialogue, and why I am asking the dialogue means I am having some particular situation. For example, you can see the person is actually in movies also you can see some particular dialogues, right? What they will do. So for example, one person is crying. Why she is crying means she lost her marks. So what is the situation here? Some people want to ask the question, what happened to you exactly? So at the time the situation will be what? So the person is crying, like that the situation. So like that the original dialogue we have given, and for the dialogue why they're asking exactly means we are having some particular scene. That purpose I'm just going to the rewrite. Now you can see after completion of this one, we can go through with the next part setup. I will show you. So the output will be come here. After that, what I said, after coming of the output, you have to install some particular libraries about the API key creation. Then later you have to write up the code. Then later you should get the results. Till now you are just seeing with the Gradio that we can convert. So here you can see it showing. So I am so late for the work. So what are you doing here? So means what? That it's trying to rewrite the sentence what you are having exactly. So this original sentence is okay, context is okay, then rewrite of dialogue is okay. But now I want to use with the API key. That's why you are having downside, you can see use via API key. Just click on it. Here you can see if you are taking the API key, what you need the requirements they are giving here. In this particular area, which type of libraries you want to install, they have given, right? Just copy it. Again I am showing you. In this particular user interface, downside you are having 3 options: build with Gradio, settings, and via API key. Just click on it. Here you can see pip install Gradio client. Okay, just copy it and come to here, and downside you can paste here. Exclamation symbol don't forget to give. So now you can do the installation. After completion of the installation, in this particular area they have given API name based coding part. Here you can see you are having some particular coding part. Here just copy it. Then you can come to here. Means what? To get the API key purpose, you are getting some coding there because of your original coding. Whatever you are having the original coding of this coding using the Gradio upside, that is only we are just converting into as like a API key here. So like that, if I clicked on and installation completed, this code also I could copy it, and here you can see what is there exactly in this particular copying part. So Gradio will be there with the client, then later client will be there with the HTTPS Gradio of the live. Means what? Whatever you are getting the live link here, whatever you are getting the live link for the past coding part, that is only. In real time applications also will be the same here. Whatever you are having the information, the particular website link, because of the API it should connect. Okay, then that link only we have to use for our coding part setup, right? In the same manner, here you can see the original dialogue example purpose, so description and rewrite the dialogue. So these are only our outputs, right? That purpose. Now you just execute it. I'm just closing the previous this one, and now you can see you got some particular link, right? You got the link, right? Just click on it. Then here it will open. Now you can ask any of other question. Then based on that it can try to give the answer to you. So now we will ask any of other question. Here I am asking. Hey Meghna, you forgot lunch again. Okay, this is my original diagram, and for that I am giving here, you have to go through with the situation of this one, comedy scene in a okay. So this is my question, this is my dialogue, and this will be my scene. I'm just giving here. Okay, now you can see you're saying hey Meghna, you forgot your lunch again. Means, so here what you are having, so it's trying to change some particular requirements little bit. Okay, so that is the usage of this one. What is the difference between, because of your coding you are getting the link, and after converting into the API key coding also you are getting. So what is the meaning of that? So in real world how you are getting means that is only the usage. So that much of usage information will be there when you are seeing this particular coding part. So hope you understand this one, right? So that's all for today. This is about dialogue rewriter, what you are getting exactly. So hope you understand this one. Till now having any doubts, you can try to give the message in chat box. Okay. So I will be help for you. Now some people are asking about some particular requirement, right? Some particular questions. Now you can ask, then we can go through with that. How can I get the API key of payment platform? Actually, if you want to go through the payment platform, and that will be you have to go through the Gemini or Open API. There it will show automatically API key. Then there it will show like advanced pro something. If you are clicking on that particular option, then you can proceed. Okay. So I think hope you understand Spanish. Okay. No need to worry about the yesterday's link. Yesterday attendance link also followed here today. Just please go through ahead. And today day 25 attendance link also have already given. Just please go through ahead. Patel, good evening. Manjula, good evening. Johar, good evening. Pranav, good evening. Manjushree, good evening. Pranay Kumar, good evening. Vishal Verma, good evening. Yeah, we have shared. Okay. So actually someone asked at starting time one particular question, ma'am, should I ask one particular question, something like that. So now having any doubts, now you can ask. Now it's about the doubts, and it's about all requirements for today. Whatever you're having doubts and some particular questions you are having, means just give the message here. Because I have seen one particular person here, ma'am, I'm having one doubt or some particular question. Having any requirement, you can ask here. Now it's your turn. And about the coding part and all, you have to follow the internships, I think. So just please follow it. I think I have listened one particular person having the doubt. I want to ask one question. Ma'am, kindly advise me. I want to make the family of tree with the flow charts. Any LLM of your can suggest. Thanks. Spanish, actually you're logging with your open API key with your mail ID, right? Then you'll get some, you have to pay some particular amount, that API key. You need advanced API key, means you're having some particular option. It will be paymentable only. They will give some particular months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, like that. You have to follow that. Definitely they'll provide some patent requirements for that. Okay. So kindly advise, I want to make the family into the LLM models. If you want to construct the LLM models, just please go through ahead first transformers. Okay, just see how the neural network construction is going on, and if you are understanding construction of the neural networks, transformer constructions will be there, and variational autoencoders constructions will be there. If you are understanding all those requirements, then an LLM type of requirements you can follow, because the neural network constructions and variational auto encoder and as well as transformers, all are related to the LLM models only. That all we can call it as LLM models. So just you can follow that one, Tony Cloud, then it will be better for you. Yeah, you can build with the CPU process as like what you're doing with the GPU. Then you can proceed, not a problem. But you have to take, you can see in a Hugging Face model, you are getting so many type of the models, right? From that you have to take small models. You can see, like you can observe. Here you can get, for example, you can see if you are loading these particular model files, you are seeing the particular stage of this space, right? So it should be less than less size of the model, means you can take for the CPU also, no problem. That's not at all problem. You can take for it, no problem. Okay, yeah, that's all for today. Thanks for joining here. Thanks for all people. Then tomorrow we will start about the 26th day of the prompt engineering. So until that, please stay tuned and please proceed for the next master classes also. So please like, do, share, comment, and as well as if any person is trying to learn about the prompt engineering and the remaining requirements, just please share this particular link and they will be available for this. And if they are not joining from the starting onwards, we are proceeding internships also. Please proceed with the internships. Ma'am, when we will download the LLM, much space do they take? Actually, the minimum size of the model will be 500 MB also there, up to 15 GB, 20 GB also there. You can take any of the model from the Hugging Face. That is not a problem. Okay. So thank you all people. Already attendance link we already pinned here, no need to worry about it. Just please check on a chatbot. Definitely you are having a pinning of the attendance link. Hope you have seen the attendance link. That's all for today. Thank you all. Thank you. Please go through here. Day 25 attendance link will be there. Please check with the attendance link. We already pinned it. Thank you to all people who are joined here. Thanks for your